Thunderbirds last season. The puck is dropped. The Flames with their red jerseys on, the Jets with their blue jerseys on. That's a cool treat. No white jerseys for this game to open the Young Stars Classic, as the Jets are back into their own zone to get the puck, and will slide it out to center ice. Across the line, here's a shot off the stick of Brad Lambert. Certainly one of the guys you're focused on in game number one of this Young Stars Classic.
For exactly what he did just there, speed through the middle of the ice and trying to get that quick
Flames
shot.
Make a much-needed line change. Here comes Levis, backing up the left wing side. He sends one towards the net, ends up bouncing wide and into the far corner, and now Parker Bell will skate the puck out to center. Banks it off the boards and deep into the Jet zone. Bell retrieves the puck on the forecheck and leaves it far side. Here's David Silya. Tries to feed it out in front. Pass doesn't connect though, and the Jets will skate it out. Pretty impressive forecheck, but the Jets had the Flames hemmed in there.
And Winnipeg's got 13 returning players to this tournament, and so much of it is getting through this first 10 minutes, not flying all over the place with all the energy you have after a long offseason. Winnipeg doing a good job to contain, but also getting onto their one-on-one battles.
Here's 18-year-old Kevin He up the middle. Lambert busting through to the backhand. Nice blockers, and Jets still scoreless in the opening game of the Young Stars Classic. Flames now trying to get in there on the forecheck. The puck is picked up and brought out by Nikita Chibarakov. He'll dump it in behind the Flames net. Get in there on the forecheck and feed it in front, but his pass is intercepted. Puck stays in though. There's a shot off the stick of Dmitry Kuzmin, and that is handled by Murphy. According to the scoreboard here at South Okanagan Event Center, only out shooting the Flames 2-1, but they've certainly spent more time on the attack. It's Kuzmin, Chibrakov with a shot, weak one that deflects wide of Murphy's net. And now here's Artem Grushnikov. Won an OHL championship with the Hamilton Bulldogs back in 22, and now a centering pass and they score. That opportunity happened quickly. Nikita Chibrakov scores the opening goal of this game and of the 2024 Young Stars Classic, and gives the Jets a 1-0 lead.
And just a turnover as Grushnikov kind of just loses control of the puck, and Winnipeg just able to hop on it. You see Yager along the wall, able to force it out into the middle of the ice, and Chibrakov, a confident player with the puck.
The Jets off to a fast start here in Penticton, just past the 6-minute mark. They lead the Flames 2-0, and probably deserve to have a 2-goal lead. They've spent a lot of time in the offensive zone, and I've had the Flames on their heels early in this hockey game.
Just a quick start. I mean, how many junior hockey games do you see that one team comes out flying and then by the end of it it's 7-6? I know coaches don't want to see that, but it's an exciting way to play.
It's early, but they don't look like a team that spent most of yesterday traveling. A little shorter trip for the Flames than it was for the Jets. Back into the Jet zone, picked up in the far corner by Misa. Misa will leave it in behind the net. It ends up sliding up the near side and it bounces by Brustevich and out to center. Hunter Brustevich finishing second in the OHL in points by defenseman last season, behind only his current teammate in Zane Parak. Here's Kuzmin up the middle of the ice and out to center, and from there it's back to get it. William Strongren, now in his 5th pro season, 2nd full season here in North America. Ferguson in there on the forecheck for the Jets as the puck taken away. Flames having a tough time getting it out. That's been one of the stories early in this opening period. Back to Kuzmin, left point. Moves it into the high slot. Ends up bouncing back to him at the Flames blue line, and he puts it right on Stromgren's stick. Flames trying to organize this breakout as Muse will bump it back. And now Morin fires it off a stick and deep into Jets territory. Approaching the 9-minute mark of the opening period here in Penticton. In the opening game of the 2024 Young Stars Classic, it is the Jets 2 and the Flames nothing.
Coming across, or really anything along the ice at all.
A good chance for 18-year-old Luke Misa, Flames 8th pick in the 2024 draft. Led the Mississauga Steelheads with 81 points in 66 games last season. He tried to clear it out, gets a run over from behind by Grushnikov. Puck comes free in the near corner. Here's Jacob Battaglia, another Flames draft pick from earlier in the summer. Flames will throw it in behind the Jets net. Battaglia in there on the forecheck, as is Siona. Ends up sliding up the far boards though, and Lambert will clear it to the blue line, not out. Long shot, doesn't get through to the goaltender Milic, and the Jets will knock it down the ice. Here's Kevin He. after it on the forecheck. Hit knocked off the puck by Grushnikov, who can't get it out. Puck back to the right point. Slap shot wide of the net. Off the stick of Darson Barteau. Now a shot from Lambert from the left point. That one doesn't get through to the goaltender either, and tries to chop one out in front, but his pass is picked off. And the Flames will bring it across center. Siona into Jets territory. Goes to the backhand, spins and centers, and that pass to Misa bounces off a stick and wide. And now it ends up coming free at the top of the circle, and the Jets, Julian, they'll dump it down the ice. Draw weight there to steal a curling term, though, as the Jets avoid the icing call and make a line change. Flames will clear it out to center. Puck loose and picked up by Battaglia. Battaglia across the red line. Turns it over at the Jets' blue line. And now here's Kuzmin. Left wing side. Ahead to Lambert, who's certainly stood out early in this one.
Size that they have. Now, Winnipeg certainly has some guys that are over that 6-foot number, but I think the Flames forwards are starting to use their size to create a little bit of space for themselves in terms of protecting the puck and creating opportunities that way.
Battle for it along the boards. Jets come up with it. Kuzmin tries a shot and has it smartly knocked off a stick by Muse, as Lipinski will take over the right of his goaltender Murphy, who was busy early but hasn't touched the puck in a while. Fight for it along the end boards, deep in Flames territory, as it squirts loose into the near corner for Basha. And now Levis gets taken down. Some Jets fans want a penalty call but aren't going to get one. Kuzmin trying to clear. Has his pocket pick, but ends up getting it right back from Lipinski as Kuzmin steps into the high slot and drops. And now a shot off stick of Lopinen misses the mark as Flames pick it up but can't clear it out. Lopinen keeps it in again for the Jets. Fresh legs off the bench. Racing in after it is Jagger. Out of his net and tees the puck up. Jets backing off. Flames with some time and space is Perek. This is a pass intended
for Winnipeg, playing with the Manitoba Moose last year. It's so crucial to development, and it means even more when you know the organization thinks you've earned it.
Here's Kuzmin. Nice pass across the scene. It's centered, and the puck stays out of the net. Caught a little iron there, but a great pass by Kuzmin to set up that chance. The Jets come close to taking a 3-0 lead.
And Torgerson, another veteran of this tournament for the Winnipeg Jets, and just gets his stick in the right spot, gets that inside position on Perek, and puts his stick, presents the blade, gives a target, and just goes for the redirect and catches all iron. Tough one there for Torgerson, but did everything else right on that play.
Yeah, if you had luck like that last season, it would explain why he only had 1 goal and 9 points in 52 games with the Manitoba Moose. But you're right, in the right place at the right time, and just misses, making it 3-0. Flames on the attack now, trying to make it a 1-goal game. Grushnikov rims it around into the near corner to Misa. He's been all over the place in this opening period. Battaglia with a body check. And Walton's able to clear it out. And you talked about 6-foot-tall guys. Oh, he's certainly a big boy at 6'6", and he's only 18 years old. 6'6", 212. He's going to fill out and be an even bigger player. Be careful with that one. The puck was on edge and just got enough on it to get it out of harm's way. Puck loose at the Flames line. Stromgren overskates it. Well, the Flames wearing a letter on his jersey in the opening game of this Young Stars Classic. William Stromgren. Muse will move it in behind the net. Morin tries to give it to Stromgren. Can't find the puck. Ends up coming loose, and Jagger will chop it in behind Murphy's net.
There's that forecheck you talked about. Starts with
Brustevich with a shot, knocked down, and again calmly covered up by Milic. And now a bit of a scrum in front of the Jets goaltender.
And Milic had to be alert there. I believe the point shot ends up going off of a skate or a stick on its way toward Milic, but so often you hear goaltenders talk about positioning and whatnot. Milic, maybe not your typical 6'3", 6'4" goaltender, but he's still able to make himself look big and find that puck through the traffic as it bounced its way toward him.
Yeah, 6 feet tall, 180 pounds, and prepping for this game today, you see that he led the WHL in goals against average and save percentage, was the league's top goaltender. CHL on his team with 81 points in 66 games last season. Stromgren scoops it up and chips it up the left wing side. Morton steps in and tries a pass. It bounces right in the net. They score. A fortuitous bounce for the Flames. Sam Morton off a defender and in. And we've got a one-goal game again here in Penticton.
Well, he definitely gets the benefit of that fortunate bounce, but the opportunity doesn't happen if he doesn't corral a nice little indirect backhand pass in the neutral zone off the wall. It's a little bit of a rolling puck by the time it gets to him, but he's able to settle it down.
Off the stick of Barlow, and it's swatted away by the goaltender Murphy.
Barlow with a little swat at the boards when he goes off for a change. That one was going just a touch wide, and I don't think he got every little piece of that like he wanted to. A nice setup, though.
Good start for him. Making his pro debut last season. 3 points in 3 games for the Manitoba Moose. Puck dumped into the Flame zone as we have passed the 3-minute mark of the second period here in Penticton. A one-goal game again. The Jets scored the only 2 goals of the first period. The Flames have the only goal so far in the second period. It's Winnipeg 2 and Calgary 1. Get up the right wing side. Kuzmin get the puck in deep. Kuzmin pinching in, turns and backs it up to the blue line. And now it's flipped in behind the net by Chibrikov. Yeager will brim it around. Back to the left point. Puck held in by Bartow. A native of Foxwarren, Manitoba.
I know exactly where that is.
That makes one of us. Here's a centering pass. Dangling in, going to the backhand. Torgerson. And close call there as the Jets try to regain their 2 goals. Skated across center and skip it into Flames territory as both teams complete changes. Here comes Bell back into Jets territory. Flames down by a goal. As Bell throws it into a pile of players along the near boards. And now Nikkanen trying to clear it out. Can't. Puck picked up by the Flames. Cilia leaves it down low for Battaglia. Moves it up the far side. Muse wheeling behind the Jets net. It's hit and knocked off the puck though. And now the Jets will break it out. Across center. Nikkanen leaves it left wing side. Puck thrown into the net by Lopinen. Flex wide. And the Flames trying to control it, and they will as the Jets
shift. You know, the forecheck where they spend some time in the offensive zone and kind of turn the momentum. Winnipeg probably in need of something similar to that, which is what they did so well, especially in that first period.
On second in the forecheck for the Flames, trying to give them their first lead of this opening game of the Young Stars Classic. Alperek, the pass across the line, but the puck comes out. And we've had a battle for it just inside of the Flames blue line as Torgerson can't corral it. Walton does and centers it. And now it's fed in front again, but that pass gets smartly broken up by Lipinski. Here comes Yermo the other way. Lines across the Jets line and tries to backhand it towards the net. You get a stick on the puck though. Jets trying to clear it out. And they'll skate it out as Torgerson crosses the red line, dangles across the Flames blue line. Torgerson shoots and misses. Bell gets picked off, and the puck is dumped in by He. Trying to catch up to it. Puck bouncing around like a rubber ball. And Morin will settle it down. Scooted across center. Leave it left wing side for Bell. Bell tries to drop it. His pass gets intercepted. And now Kuzmin has been impressive so far today. Let's turn the puck over in the neutral zone as Bell will move it ahead. Flames trying to take a 3-2 lead. Puck back to the left point to Grushnikov. Slides it across. Brustevich in front. And now Cilia to the front of the net. Lang far side. And Bell knocks it to the net. Points to the net, signaling he scored. Referee's right there, but I think we've still got a tie hockey game here.
Yeah, I think he had blown the play dead because he kind of had his arms in the air instead of, pointing to the net or washing it out. But it was kind of a bang-bang play next to Milic. That puck kind of trickles through, but I believe he had blown the whistle, but we'll see.
They are going to huddle up
to quite connect on. So Winnipeg searching for that first period type of game that they had, but full credit to how Calgary's played so far in the second.
Here come the Flames, looking for their first lead. Shot gets blocked, and now the puck gets centered, and ends up bouncing off the stick of He and out to the neutral zone. He'll catch up to it, sprinting up the left wing side and centers it, but hustling back and in good position defensively is Muse, and now the Flames will bring it out. Here's Basha, just into Jets territory. Flames turn it over though, and we'll have to back off as Lambert will nudge it up the near side, and over to He. Good set of wheels. Kevin He is puck's lifted over the net. Good chance there by Lambert. Scored on the first. Fires one right over top of Murphy's head, and puck will bounce into the near corner. Brustevich takes over behind his net, ends up giving the puck away as stolen by Zhilkin. Siona gets it back for the Flames, and he'll break out with it. Stick handling across center. Here's Celia. Then you get near side for Battaglia. Battaglia across. Ends up bouncing right back to Battaglia. Chops it into the near corner. Hops back to him again, and makes a short pass. Celia dangling in, centers it, looking for Bell in front. Instead, it ends up on Parek's stick. And he turns it over, and here come the Jets. 3-on-3 across center. And up the right wing side, trying to cut to the net is Zhilkin. He loses control of the puck, though, and Battaglia is going to float it down the ice.
Not to be lost is Danny Zhilkin had his first pro season with the Manitoba Moose ended by injury. So this is his first game back since having surgery in the offseason.
Must feel good. Here's a centering pass. Bell shoots and just misses the mark. I'll tell you, Parker Bell has had some great chances. Give the Flames their first lead here in the second period. Bell steals it now and centers it, looking for Morton. Bounces back to the left point to Grushnikov instead. Gets it in deep. Morton centers. Bell shoots. Is stopped. It's loose in the blue paint. And Flames can't get to it before the Jets goaltender Milic does. And frees the puck for a face-off. But the Flames certainly have momentum right now, and they've come close on a few occasions to taking a 3-2. Shots on goal have been a little bit hard to come by in the last handful of minutes here. Calgary's at 18. Winnipeg stuck at 12. Jets trying to get the puck out of the defensive zone, but it's held to the right wing side by Morton, who gets tripped up. Feet getting all tangled with Julien there, and come the Jets into Flames territory now. Walton at the left wing side drops, quick shot stop, rebound, and it's swatted wide of the net. Good opportunity there for the Jets to regain the lead, and it was Kuzmin who's been very noticeable this afternoon with a chance at the end of that rush. Now Walton in there on the forecheck. It's squeezed off the puck by Morin. Morton as Kuzmin sneaks in, tries centering it. His pass is intercepted though, and Morton will give it to Stromgren, who bounces it off a body and deep into Jets territory as we're into the final 60 seconds of the second period here in Penticton. Big hit along the far boards as Gradin leans into his man. Puck comes loose in the middle of the ice. Gradin knocked down, and finally, we're almost 40 minutes into this hockey game, and we've got our first penalty call.
So got to get pucks through, and Parek does a nice job on that last sequence.
Puck bouncing around inside of the Jets zone, scooped up and now brought out by Zhilkin. And he'll dump it down the ice as the Jets penalty comes to an end. Julien out of the box. We're back to 5-on-5. A minute 45 into the third period, with the Flames and the Jets tied at 2 here in Penticton. Here comes Yermo. He'll dump the puck into the near corner. It deflects far corner. Flames trying to get their forecheck going. Both teams have kind of taken turns with a ferocious forecheck on this Friday. Jets certainly all over the Flames early. Flames turned the tide a little bit in the first and continued with that in the second. Julien up the left wing side. Yermo cuts him off. Both teams changing. Calgary now shooting Winnipeg 21-15. The Jets are out in front by a goal again. Here's Zhilkin. Both teams making rapid changes here in the third. Now these guys are in great shape. They spent the whole summer working out, getting ready for a new hockey season, but playing in games is a little different, isn't it, Mitchell?
Yeah, game shape is entirely different, and talking to Mark Morrison after a couple of practices, even then, you start to get a little bit of soreness going on, so you can imagine what the third period probably feels like for these guys right now.
Here's Gradin with a shot. That one gets blocked. Matvei Gradin has had some really good moments for the Flames in his Calgary debut. Stick handling in is Basha. He's been dangerous at times today. Lipinski in there on the forecheck. Little can opener, takes his man down as Jets will pick the puck up. And it's brought in by a guy who's been very noticeable in this hockey game today. Now the Jets will move it in. Here comes he and up the left wing boards. He's forced in behind the net. Good job there by Muse to angle him off. And now Lang will grab it. Flames trying to get it out. A little sloppy with some passing here as Parek recovers the puck deep at his zone and makes a beautiful pass up the left wing side, but unfortunately for the Flames, Bell trips over the Jets' blue line. Got his feet moving too fast there, and puck is picked up and knocked out to the neutral zone by he, who's going to pitchfork it deep into Flames territory.
Lang did a pretty nice job to stay on side with all that going on the far side of the ice. If that puck was able to squirt free, he was all by himself.
Lang will dump it in behind the Jets' net. Flames trying to tie this game at 3. Still lots of time left. 12.5 to play in the third here in Penticton. Morton trying to settle it down. He had a strong second period.
Ending that, but draw a penalty at the same time.
Face-off coming up to Murphy's left. Another opportunity for the Flames to work on their penalty kill. You'd always like to win, but This is about development and experience. Here's Chibrikov, who scored in the first. Back to the blue line, gets a return feed from Kuzmin. Chibrikov will move it rink wide. Yager going to set this power play up. He'll leave it far half boards. Comes back to the blue line. Now Kuzmin in front, bouncing puck off a stick and deflects out to the neutral zone. Dmitry Kuzmin. Talked a lot about him this afternoon. Been impressive. Split his first pro season between the ECHL's Norfolk Admirals and the AHL's Manitoba Moose. And we've got a turnover, and well, Kuzmin's there to recover it. Well-timed play by a guy who appears to be ready to play maybe a little bit larger role at the American Hockey League level this season.
Yeah, he certainly seems confident at this tournament. And last year at this same event, quarterback in the
near boards and out. Kuzmin moves up, puck up the middle of the ice. Solomonson across the center and now shoots it in. That's completing a change here as Flames will lock the puck into the neutral zone. Catching up to it is Misa, and he'll move it into Jets territory as the Flames get some fresh legs on the ice. Here's Kuzmin. Backs it up. Mayo will move it up the right wing side off the stick of Walton right into the Flames bench, and pushing and shoving at the whistle as we now take a timeout here at South Okanagan Event Center. Expectations for the Jets. Obviously a great regular season, a disappointing playoff, but I'm guessing pretty high going into the season.
Yeah, I think they want to get right back to where they were, and there's a little sense of unfinished business. Adam Lowry spoke after an informal skate yesterday back in Winnipeg, and basically saying that very thing. Everybody's trying to get 5 to 10% better. There's going to be some changes on the blue line with Brendan Dillon going out, but certainly a different looking team, but expectations still the same.
A couple of questionable hits on this shift, and we've got another penalty call coming. Lucas Siona, 5 minutes remaining in regulation time. Morton after it in behind the Flames net. Collects the puck and moves it nicely up the right wing side. Gradin streaks in, loses the puck, finds it, and centers it. Basha just can't quite reach it. Now the Jets will bring it the other way. Here comes Yager across the Flames line, but he turns the puck over, and Basha just gives it right back to the Jets. Here's Lambert. Back to the blue line to Kuzmin. Kuzmin able to settle the puck down and hold it in somehow as he gives it to He with a shot, sharp angle shot, blocker aside by Murphy. And now Lambert, right point. Solomonson across to Kuzmin, makes a short pass to He. Jets looking dangerous, trying to take their third lead of this hockey game. Now he gets dumped by Gradin, and you don't have NHL officials here. It's been a rough day at times for the referees as Flames get away with one there. Jets all over him on the forecheck though as Lambert gets thumped along the end boards, and Flames finally break out with it. They've got a 3-on-2 as they get to center. Here is Gradin dropping it off. Stick handling in is Basha. Basha tries to feed it in front, but a pass I believe intended for Lipinski's broke it up and move it into Flames territory now as Murphy wanders out of his net and coughs the puck up. Better find his way back into the blue paint as the Flames able to come up with the puck, but they can't clear it out. He holds it in for the Jets. Here's Julian with a sharp angle shot. It's kept out of the net by Murphy. Now Battaglia tries to move it ahead to Honzek. Pass sails past him. Honzek after it behind the Jets net, gets pinned to the end boards and can't come up with the puck. Stromgren trying to hold it in left point for the Flames, using that big frame of his. Decides to back it up out to center instead, and he'll pick it up himself at the red line. Stromgren, right wing side to Muse, who skates it in. Cuts across the line, makes a poor pass, and here come the Jets back out to center ice. Nikkanen floats it into the far, knocked off a stick, and Bell will corral it in the near corner for the Flames. 40 seconds remaining in regulation time. Puck to the left point, held in at the line by Kuzmin. Gradin's lost his glove, he retrieves it, and as Bell picks up the puck, skates it across the red line and dumps it in behind the Jets net with less than 30 seconds left. Kuzmin moves it far corner. Now Chibrikov makes a pass, and Jets will play the puck to the Flames blue line, but not much further as Parekh takes over. Gives it to Grushnikov. Grushnikov returns the puck to Parekh, makes a saucer pass up the left wing side, and Lang will catch up to it in the corner and pitchfork it in behind the net for Cilia. 5 seconds to go in the third period. Puck comes free for Walton, who gets all tangled up with Parekh, and there's the horn signaling the end of the third period, and that means a little one-on-one. Well played by Muse there as takes his man off the puck. Now it's picked up by Luke Misa. Misa, left wing side to Parker Bell. Unlucky not to have a goal in this game. He had some great chances in the second period. Bell with it in behind the Jets net, turns into the near corner, backs it up to the blue line to Zane Parekh. Flames fans would love to see him score the overtime winner today. Perek, probably the team's best prospect since Matthew Tkachuk, will give the puck to Bell. Streaks through the neutral zone into Jets territory, tries a shot, and fans on it. Flames try to recover the puck in the forecheck, but it's Kuzmin who will grab it for the Jets. Dmitry Kuzmin trying to clear Kant. Puck held in right wing boards, at least for a moment, but now a turnover and a 2-on-0. Here come the Jets in. Colby Barlow shoots, and now centers, and they score. Dmitry Kuzmin, the hero for the Jets, in 3-on-3 overtime. He breaks a 3-3 tie, and Winnipeg defeats Calgary 4-3 in the opening game of the Young Stars Classic.
Said his name a lot throughout the game, and for good reason. He was kind of all around it for Winnipeg in this one, and then Winnipeg just takes advantage of a turnover at the line, and Barlow able to corral the puck, get it to settle down, and Kuzmin gets himself into a shooting position, puts a nice target down on the ice, and then points right back. So that's a perfect pass from Barlow, who sells a little bit of a shot. Murphy does a pretty good job to be able to get over, but Kuzmin puts it right where it has to be, in the top of the net, to give Winnipeg the win.
So the Jets, who let 2-0 and 3-2 leads slip through their fingers, find a way to win this hockey game anyway. They defeat the Flames 4-3 in OT here at South Okanagan Event Center, and what was a fun game.